Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucent. I'm a singer-songwriter, and today I'm going to be giving you my opinions on the 2021 Grammy Award winners and losers. So let's go. Last night were the US Grammy Awards for 2021, celebrating all that the world had to offer, well, all that America had to offer in terms of music in the last year. But like often, our opinions differ quite a lot. And my opinion of awards shows a little bit mixed, especially some of the Grammy choices in some years have been a bit dodge. So today I'm going to be I'm going to be looking up all the different award winners. I've only seen a couple so far, and I'm going to be giving you my opinion on whether I think that's correct or not, or maybe what I think should have won in its place, okay? So let's do it. Yeah, let's get on to this. So today I already put out my reaction to Taylor Swift's Grammy performance, so check that out in the box if you haven't seen that already. Yeah, it's a double video day. Woohoo! This doesn't happen ever. Cool, let's go. First off, let's talk about the ones that I've already seen before I look up the rest of them. So I have already seen that Taylor Swift has won Album of the Year for Folklore. Yes. So Album of the Year category, like, it's such a big category, and like Taylor's won it before, but like this really is making history. Isn't this like the fourth time she's won it? This must be like the most wins of Album of the Year or something. I'm not sure what record it is, what record she's broken, but like it was just absolutely so deserving. For me, like, Lady Gaga definitely deserved to be nominated for Album of the Year, like, but maybe that's just because I know that Chromatica was like a really personal, touching album for me. But in terms of like critical opinion, I do think that like out of the ones nominated, I think from like Folklore really deserved to win. It was a massive change for Taylor's songwriting. It kind of represents a new era for Taylor Swift, and I think that actually when you compare it to all the other songwriting of the year, it really is stepping into a different kind of space, and was really unique and really stunning and beautiful, and not trying too hard to be popular. I really just thought it was just such a wonderful album. If by some chance you haven't seen my reaction to Folklore, I'll link that as well, because it was just absolutely just like, I loved it so much. And the other one I saw last night was that Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande won for Rain on Me, which for me, it was my song of the year last year. So I'm really glad that it won for the best duet performance, which I think was like one of the only ones Lady Gaga was actually nominated for, which I was like, how could you? But yeah, like, I mean, in terms of a collaboration, it really was like it was two massive pop stars coming together and creating a song that was like bigger than the sum of its parts. And it really meant something, especially during the lockdown and during the pandemic last year. It really had like a really deep and really appropriate meaning. So yeah, I think that was completely well deserved, though I think it should have been like nominated for like all the awards, but there we go. So let's have a little look. Okay, so Record of the Year. So, okay, can someone explain to me why do they have Record of the Year and Song of the Year? Like, what's the difference? Does one sound better on a record? I don't understand. Can someone please explain this to me, because I think it's really stupid. Everything I Wanted won by Billie Eilish, which I'm kind of surprised. It's kind of a slightly more, I don't know, it's a bit of a low-key song. I mean, Billie is mostly low-key songs, so I can kind of understand that they want to give a nod to her, and it's a really beautiful song. The thing is that, like, let's Elephant in the Room, probably the biggest streamed artist last year, The Wanted, was not nominated for anything, which was just such a shocker. I remember when they announced the nominations, everyone was like, what the hell? How can you not nominate The Weeknd, especially for Blinding Lights? Like, that was just such a massive song, and it was a really good song that billions of people enjoyed. So it seems so strange that he wouldn't be nominated for anything. Record of the Year, Song of the Year, I don't really understand, but Blinding Lights definitely should have been nominated and could have won, like, easily. Out of these options, I don't think Everything I Wanted had as much impact as some of the other songs in the nominations. Like, Black Parade had quite a lot of impact. I really liked that, actually. Say So was like a massive song, but I don't think it was necessarily that well written. Does that make sense? Don't Start Now and Circles, I could have made a case for those two winning as well. In their own kind of sphere, I think they're really well done songs. But yeah, I think it's fairly well deserved when it comes to Record of the Year. Let's go on to Song of the Year, because they're basically exactly the same thing. I Can't Breathe. I haven't actually heard this one. Let me know what you think of this song, because I haven't actually heard it before. But given the title, I'm guessing it's a song in response to what happened with Black Lives Matter and George Floyd. And I think that giving an award to a song that has that kind of political message, I can see that. And that makes sense to me. Though, of course, like, I would have given it to Cardigan. I just think Cardigan is just such a beautiful song. Okay, then Best New Artist was given to Megan Thee Stallion. Personally, I don't really like Megan Thee Stallion, given what I've heard of like WAP mainly, and then some of the other stuff on the radio. I don't think she's very memorable. I can't say much for her lyrics and stuff because I haven't really listened to that deeply. But what I've heard, don't really rate her, to be honest. Sorry, that's my opinion. I think Phoebe Bridgers should have won it. I'm with Elton John because like Phoebe Bridgers has like a really unique sound, a really unique style that hasn't really been heard before. I think that her songwriting style is so bare and so raw, but also like really unique and kind of dreamlike. She has so many different layers to her music. If you haven't checked out my Phoebe Bridgers reaction, I'll leave a link. But yeah, like I think Phoebe Bridgers should have won it. I don't think that Megan Thee Stallion really stands out among the other kind of bougie, over-the-top female rappers like Nicki Minaj and like Cardi B. Feel free to prove me wrong in the comments. Just saying. Best pop vocal album should have been Chromatica. Okay, so here it gets to a bit weird because it's like pop vocal. I guess that means like focusing on how good the voice sounds within the album. I think Future Nostalgia is a worthy winner. I think it was a really good album, had lots of really cool disco beats and stuff. In terms of vocal, I don't really necessarily think that Dua Lipa's vocal on that album was particularly different, particularly outstanding. Obviously, like Lady Gaga for me is like bae, but I wouldn't necessarily say that Chromatica actually showcased her vocals any more than the rest of her stuff. And maybe I'd say the same for Folklore. I think that Folklore is a brilliantly written album, but in terms of vocal, it's not an album about her vocal ability. Whereas I would say Fine Line, Harry Styles, I think that should have won this because I think that he showcases so many different parts of his voice on Fine Line. He showcases like close and intimate versions of his voice, and he also showcases like really big open moments with his voice. In one song, in Fine Line itself, it has really small moments and really big moments and really showcases that his voice can do a lot of different things, and he showcases a lot of range as well. So I say best pop vocal album actually should have been for Harry Styles, that one. Best R&B performance. See, I'm not like super into R&B, but Black Parade was a really, really great song last year, and I think it is deserving of awards because of its political message, but also the vibe of the entire song really has a sense of like celebration. It really feels like a parade, you know, like the actual like audio of it. So I think actually in terms of getting awards, I think that song is really well deserving. This is where the awards start getting a bit specific. So I'm just going to pick out a couple that have caught my eye. So best alternative album was Fetch the Bolt Cutters by Fiona Apple, which has been a suggested album for me on this channel multiple times, but unfortunately it came second to Phoebe Bridgers when I actually put it up for vote. Next month I'm going to actually bring back the runners up for my new month new artist video. So make sure, if you want to hear me actually react to Fiona Apple, then make sure to vote for her at the beginning of April. So best pop solo performance was for Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar. Now this is like, I don't understand what that means. At this point, it starts to get that the Grammys are like, okay, we want to give awards to this, and this. So let's make up a whole bunch of categories so that we can give awards to everything we want to. Like, what is the difference between best pop vocal and best pop performance? I don't understand. I just don't get it. If someone has an explanation for me, please leave it in the comments. I would be interested to hear. But like, for me, it's just like, come on, just like limit, like shorten it down. We don't need that many. Yeah, when it comes to like these big award ceremonies and particularly the Grammys, I don't necessarily like put much faith in their like decision process. I mean, we know that like people have to basically bribe to get even nominated. It's just become a thing. I mean, bribe is a word, but like people have to donate money, right, in order to actually get nominated for stuff. And I think that actually these awards have got to a point where it's not actually about the music, it's about like how much advertising and how much money you have behind you in order to even get nominated. And that defeats the point. That completely defeats the point of actually, the whole point of like award ceremonies are like actually, you know, giving awards to people who have done amazing things in songwriting, not who actually has the money to back that up. I mainly enjoy it because it gives artists a chance to actually do some like live performances, which is really cool, and to really like go out of the park with a kind of like concept when it comes to a performance. And I really enjoy Taylor Swift's one particularly. In terms of like also representation at the Grammys. I do think it's good that like that they have got much more representation at the Grammys in terms of like background and ethnicity and things, but I think there could still be like a long way to go. The Grammys seem to present themselves as like the biggest music award show in the world, and I'm like, okay, so where are all the British acts, where are all the Japanese acts, where are all the Australian acts? Do you know what I mean? There's so much more music, and they don't really have like an international category. Like the Brits, which are like best of British music, have like international categories as well. So you know, I think it would be good if the Grammys did open that up to actual other backgrounds rather than just Americans. But, you know, that's a matter of opinion. But yeah, I do think it's good that it does seem to be actually respecting music from different cultures a little bit more. Like, there are a lot of winners this year who are black, and I think that that's really good. Let me know what your opinions of the Grammys are. Let me know what you agree with and what you didn't agree with, and whether you think award ceremonies are all a pile of poo anyway. Make sure to come back to my channel this Wednesday. I have a very special video, an interview with an up-and-coming singer-songwriter, which you will not want to miss. So that'll be coming out on Wednesday. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you want to get the notification for all future videos. Yeah, cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you again soon. Bye.